Saudi Arabia just bought EA for $55 billion. A rocket company became the biggest stock market debut in history, and both AI giants lined up to go public, all in 1 week. None of it looks like gaming news. All of it is. Follow the money, and you'll see who actually owns the games and the tech you use now. This is GameTech Weekly, the money behind the game. Let's get started with this week's news. We start with the big one. Electronic Arts, FC, Battlefield, Mass Effect, The Sims, Apex, is being taken private for $55 billion, all cash. A group led by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund with Silver Lake and Affinity Partners is paying $210 a share. Here's the catch. About $36 billion is their own money and $20 billion is borrowed from JP Morgan. That makes it the biggest debt-funded takeover in history, set to close by June 30th, with European regulators ruling by July 22nd. And borrowed money has to be paid back by the games. Think of it like buying a mansion with a huge mortgage. Every room has to earn its keep. So this means even more microtransactions, the same sports games refreshed every year, even fewer risky new games, and a tighter grip on the franchises that already make money. A government wealth fund now owns one of the West's biggest publishers. 5 years ago, that was unthinkable. Speaking of who holds the keys, Roblox is going back to China with Tencent. It will relaunch through Tencent's Luobu, chasing as many as 40 million new players. China's the door every Western platform wants through, and Tencent holds the only key. No local partner, no entry, and they take a cut. Roblox sold investors on growth, and China is the next chapter. Tencent, which already owns pieces of Epic, Riot, and Roblox itself, just added another tollgate. Big upside, a lot of control handed over. A lighter one that still makes a money point. A remake of Gothic, a 25-year-old German RPG, just debuted at number 2 on Steam's sales chart at $49.99. Full price, outselling most of this year's new games. The industry's easy money is in the attic. Remakes come with a built-in audience and almost none of the risk of a brand new game. When nostalgia sells for $50, the question writes itself. Why gamble on something new? Discord wants to go public. It's quietly filed to sell shares, working with Goldman and JP Morgan at a price tag reported around $8.5 billion. Discord is the group chat that became infrastructure, where games launch and your friends list actually lives. But going public changes the rules. Shareholders want growth every quarter, and Discord has protected one thing: your feed. Going public pushes it to finally make money from that, probably with more ads. The app gamers love because it isn't selling to them is about to meet people who'd love it to. Staying on platform money, Epic just put Fortnite on Google Play worldwide while rebuilding its own store with community spaces and voice chat. Why it matters? Epic's fought for years over the 30% cut Apple and Google take on every sale. Epic is the tenant who sued the landlord and is now renting space in the same building. Every point off that 30% app tax is worth billions across the industry, which is why Epic keeps fighting a store war it's still losing to Steam. It's not charity, it's about keeping more of the money. Right on cue, the Steam Summer Sale runs June 25th to July 9th. For you, a wishlist bloodbath. For Valve, the busiest toll booth of the year, the sale drives around $876 million in sales, and Valve takes about 30% of everything that moves. Those discounts feel like gifts. They're Valve's most profitable 2 weeks. Notice the pattern. Everywhere in gaming, someone owns the gate and charges the toll. And that same story, money pooling with whoever owns the infrastructure, is playing out across big tech this week. 3 fast ones, because they'll shape your games either way. First, SpaceX just pulled off the biggest stock market debut in history. It started trading on the Nasdaq as SPCX, valued at roughly $1.75 trillion and raising up to $75 billion, bigger than Saudi Aramco's record. Due to high demand, shares closed their first trading day up nearly 20%, pushing the market value past $2.1 trillion. And the money engine isn't rockets, it's Starlink, it's satellite internet. About $3.26 billion in revenue last quarter, 69% of the whole company, and around 10 million customers. Why it's on a gaming channel? Starlink turned the sky into an internet provider, and internet is the invisible backbone of modern gaming. Cloud streaming, online play, reaching players where cable never will. own the pipes, and you get a quiet say in how everything you stream and play gets priced. Second, the two giants of AI are racing to go public. OpenAI has filed reportedly worth up to $1 trillion, even though it's losing money fast, spending about 3.7 billion more than it made in a single quarter. Anthropic filed its paperwork in early June, on track to make around 47 billion a year. They're raising cash to keep the lights on. Running these AIs is brutally expensive. For gaming, that's not abstract. These are the same tools moving into game making, and whoever owns the AI sets what the next game costs to build. Third, fastest. Meta is spending like the future depends on it, planning to put $115 to $135 billion into AI this year, on data centers and chips, about double last year. It's also why everyone needs that public market cash. The AI race has a 12-digit price tag and nobody wants to blink first. So, step back and follow the money. EA sold to a Saudi fund, Roblox handing Tencent the keys to China, Discord, Epic, and Valve taking their cut at the gate, SpaceX owning the pipes, OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta buying the AI that everyone else will rent. The through line of the week, ownership is piling up in fewer hands. The games, the platforms, the internet between them, and the AI that builds what's next. More and more of it belongs to a few government funds, tech giants, and gatekeepers whose books you'll never see. That's not doom, it's a map. Once you know who owns the board, the moves stop surprising you. Follow the money and you'll always know who's really holding the controller. Number of the week, $2.1 trillion, SpaceX, the biggest market debut ever. Watching next week, EA's deal closing by June 30th and Europe's ruling by July 22nd, the GTA 6 trailer free window and real price tags landing on those AI listings. That's the money behind the game and the tech around it. If that's your kind of breakdown, subscribe. New episode every Friday. See you next week.